and welcome. You're watching Verdict 2017, your election special bulletin. Of course, we today focus on Uttar Pradesh, which is voting in the third phase on Sunday. Well, high decibel campaign for third phase is to end today evening, and a big rallies lined up for the day. Let us start with the headlines. Campaigning for phase 3 of elections in Uttar Pradesh ends today. 69 seats in 12 districts to vote on Sunday. The Election Commission lets off Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar with a light rap over his bribery remarks, asks him to be more circumspect and careful in the future. Poll panel assures that economic blockade won't impact upcoming elections in Manipur. Two-phase polling to take place on 4th and 8th of March in the state. And today we focus on Kanpur, that is struggling to get back its lost glory as Asia's Manchester. Well, campaigning for the third phase of UP elections will end today at 5 p.m. Well, 69 assembly seats in 12 districts will exercise their voting right on Sunday. Well, prominent districts going to polls are Farrukhabad, Kannauj, Mainpuri, Etawah, Kanpur, Lucknow and Barabanki. A total of 2 crore voters will vote for the 826 candidates contesting the elections in this phase, while 105 women candidates are contesting the elections in this phase. In the 2012 assembly polls, SPA had won 55 of these 69 seats, while BSP had secured 6, BJP 5 and the Congress 2 seats. Well, my colleague Akhilesh Suman is joining us live from Etawah. Akhilesh, a very good afternoon. Now, as far as phase 3 is concerned, it is considered to be a real test for Akhilesh Yadav to reassert his supremacy within the Samajwadi Party. But, you know, it is the last day of campaigning today. So how big a factor do you think is inactive Mulayam Singh Yadav here this time? Because yesterday we saw Prime Minister Narendra Modi also highlighting the father-son rift in his rally.
Yeah, actually, Aishwarya, this is the third test of Akhilesh Yadav. In 2012, he became Chief Minister. Every group of Samajwadi Party almost supported him. And then there was a proper power balance in the whole Samajwadi Party and the government. After that, a rebellion started and Akhilesh took hold of the party months ago before the election. And now, once elections are announced, this is the heartbeat of the whole Mulayam Singh's family. And you will find most of the Mulayam's family is contesting from this side and have contested from this side in Lok Sabha election. So it is very interesting to see that whether Akhilesh will get legitimate affirmation from his own family members, from his own caste group and whole support base. Because after Shivpal Singh Yadav has almost rebelled from Samajwadi Party and he is in Samajwadi for namesake, yesterday when Akhilesh Yadav was here, he spoke very clearly that some people from inside the party are trying to damage the party and damage poll prospects. And there is also dissension in the party because of one old MLA who was the sitting MLA of the party. His seat was denied and in place of him another person is given seat. So he is also rebelling. So you know the factor Akhilesh and Shivpal Yadav is taking a very strong term, and Mulayam Singh Yadav seemingly or unseemingly is looking towards Shivpal Yadav. So this is the real test for Akhilesh Yadav, and grass is not greener in any side. BSP is also working very strongly here, and some of the Muslim population who are from the weaving community, they are feeling that they have been left up. Because, you know, Sapai is a very developed place, but around Sapai, there is no such development. Industries have not grown up here, service sector did not grow here, and employment is really a problem in this whole area. But it is only the identity question, the community identity, that is Mulayam's and his own caste community identity. They have got a VIP status, the whole area. But other than that, there is no such issue that is very good in favor of Akhilesh. So Akhilesh is really having a testing time here, and it will be interesting to see that when they are going to on the polling booth on day after tomorrow, how they will turn up, because there is a rebellion inside the party, and that is taking toll on Akhilesh's poll prospects.
Absolutely. Akhilesh's
right.
poll prospects are in question there. It will be interesting to see how this rift within the party in terms of father-son duo, how is it going to impact the electoral prospects of the Samajwadi Party. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for joining us. We'll keep coming back to you for more on that story. Meanwhile, Priyanka Gandhi will attend her first election campaign in Rai Bareli today, where Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi will address 2 rallies in Rai Bareli and Maharajganj. However, it is not clear whether Priyanka Gandhi will address these rallies or not. Will assembly constituencies under Amethi and Rai Bareli go to polls in the 4th and the 5th phase of polling in the state on 23rd and 27th of February? And Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav will also address the 7 rallies today in poll-bound Uttar Pradesh. Akhilesh will address 2 rallies in Lucknow and 5 rallies in Barabanki. Curtains will come down today in the campaign in 69 assembly seats spread over 12 districts of Uttar Pradesh that are going to polls in the 3rd phase on 19th of February, that is Sunday. My colleague Ravindra Singh Shoran is now joining us live from Kanpur. Now, Ravindra, you are in Kanpur right now. Well, this is the district where the BJP is really trying to fancy its chances because, these are the areas of central UP, including Kanpur, Dehat, which have the largest presence of backward caste votes. Now, the BJP's keen focus on non-Yadav backwards as well as upper caste actually can pay dividends to the party.
Yeah, Shwarya, that's right. Kanpur city and Kanpur Dehat is basically a live example of a divine paradox which the country has seen after its gained independence in 1947. On the one side, when the country is going up ahead in the path of progress and development, Kanpur, which was considered as the east of Manchester before India got independence, it was called east of Manchester, but now after the India get independence, the city has seen a new decline after every election. The place which was giving employment to millions of people before the independence, now it has gone drastically down, and today after the demonetization, this city is facing huge acute pinch of a dwindling economy. And on the Kanpur Dehat, as you are saying, Kanpur Dehat is also facing a lot of problem, especially on the elementary education is one of the problem. BJP managed to get all the 4 seats in Kanpur Dehat and 1 in the Kanpur city.
Yes.
In the last Lok Sabha elections, where Murli Manohar Joshi could the stalwart leader of the BJP could manage to win this seat from Congress party. This seat was represented earlier by the Congress party, and before them it was represented by Samajwadi Party. But the unique culture of Kanpur is that it has never been a bastion of any political front. The people of Kanpur has never showed their faith only in one political front. They keep changing their loyalty from one party to another, only hoping that some time the Kanpur city will be able to get its old royalty back. But till now, they have not in this position to gain anything, and this country is facing huge problems, especially after the demonetization, and a lot of immigration has also been took place. People, more than Leather Council of India, they have made a survey, and the 300 crores leather export has now came down only to 100 crores of export. Kanpur is the city which is giving maximum revenue still to the Uttar Pradesh government, but still it is facing huge problem of basic infrastructure. The roads are very poor, electricity supply is very poor. Even people are facing problem of drinking water.
Right, but as far as it is the last date of campaigning today as far as the 3rd phase of UP elections are concerned. What are you seeing here as far as rallies are concerned? Of course, political parties have their own caste calculations and they raise issues accordingly, and also Priyanka Gandhi will address her rally, but that is a separate matter. We'll talk about that later. But speaking about the issues here, what are the issues that political parties are really harping on?
Yeah, Aishwarya, political parties are trying to give assurance to the voters that if they will be voted back to power, they will try to bring the glory back to the land of Kanpur. Kanpur was basically known earlier for the textile industry and the leather industry, and it has given employment to huge lot of people across the country. But now it is facing a problem that many industries has been shut down, or because of different various reasons. The industries have shifted their bases from from Kanpur to different district of UP, or or to other states as well. And this is the main issue of the people of Kanpur, that why the people of Kanpur has to migrate, as there was a time when they are a lot of employment giver, and now they have to seek employment from other people. They have to shift their base from Kanpur, and they have to go in different places. And these are the political issues which are very close to the heart of the people of Kanpur, and political parties are trying to garner their to vote on or focusing on these issues. But unfortunately, no political party is still in this position in the last more than 7 decades of independence who could address these issues with a strong determination. As you are saying, Priyanka Gandhi is going to address some of the rallies today. Congress party, as a cadre, is very bubbly, upwelling, and they are full of sprite and energy after the rallies of Priyanka Gandhi, who is going to address a couple of rallies today and in the upcoming days with Rahul Gandhi and some other leaders as well. And this is the fourth phase of the election is very crucial, especially for the Congress party, as the Congress party's main bastion, that is Raebareli and Amethi, are going for the polls in the next fourth phase of the election. And the third phase is very important phase for the Samajwadi Party Parivar, the first family of Samajwadi Party. As 3 member of parliament who are representing different constituencies in the Lok Sabha are representing in this third phase of the elections, which is going to poll on 19th, and 2 of the main constituencies which the Congress party is representing is going to poll on 23rd of this.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ravindra, for all those updates from there. So while all the political parties are fancying their chances and they're raising their issues according to their caste combinations and permutations and their strategies, but as far as ground realities are concerned, they're totally different, as Ravindra Charan was telling us about Kanpur. Thank you so much for those details there. Meanwhile, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav on Thursday campaigned for his sister-in-law and Samajwadi Party candidate Aparna Yadav in Lucknow Cant. While referring to Lucknow cantonment seat as the VVIP, the Chief Minister said that the Lucknow should set an example by voting decisively and in favour of a government that has delivered on all its promises. Well, Akhilesh's wife Dimple Yadav and SP patron Mulayam Singh Yadav also campaigned for Aparna Yadav on Wednesday. Now, Aparna, remember, is contesting from the Lucknow Cant seat against Congress-turned-BJP leader now, Rita Bahuguna Joshi.
हम भरोसा दिलाना चाहते हैं, वैसे तो हमने काम किया है, सरकार ने बहुत काम किया है, और इस बार चाहते हो अगर सीधे सीधे समाजवादी आपकी मदद करें तो अपर्णा यादव को एक एक वोट दे करके जिताने का काम करना है। हम तो कहते हैं कि वीआईपी इसलिए हो, डबल वीआईपी इसलिए हो कि कोई नेता नहीं बचा होगा जो आपसे वोट के लिए निवेदन न कर गया हो।
On our special report now, well, a chicken embroidery originated in Lucknow, and a famous folklore avers that it was introduced to India from Persia. Well, more than 5 lakh workers are involved in this unorganized industry of chikankari. However, the craft is still struggling to thrive in the wake of demonetization and cheaper Chinese imports. Well, in this election season, the chikankari weavers have raised several demands. Here is a look at this special report.
Lucknow's chikankari continues to be popular in the fashion circles. The embroidery technique employs a complex set of stitches. The famous chikankari business in this city, however, has taken a hit following demonetization. The usually overcrowded markets like Aminabad and Chowk are witnessing much less footfall. Anil Khanna, who has been handling his ancestral chikankari business at Shahi Shafakhana Chowk, says that sales have dropped. He also stresses contractual workers are struggling to make ends meet.
काम भी बहुत ठप हो गया है, करेंसी आ नहीं रही है और कस्टमर पैसे नहीं लाए, क्या कस्टमर आए कहाँ से?
और वर्कर्स पे क्या असर पड़ा?
वर्कर भी तो है मगर वो सैलरी तो नहीं मिल पा रही है।
The city's centuries-old chikankari craft is also facing stiff competition from machine-made cheaper Chinese chicken, threatening livelihood of workers. involved in this unorganized industry. Master weavers skilled in the art of crafting designs of chikankari now have shifted to different trades.
दिक्कतें तो बहुत आ रही हैं, जबकि 200-300 का काम होता था, अब वो भी नहीं रह गया नोटबंदी से हमारा, और लोग जो है छोड़ के जा रहे हैं, सबको बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रही, कोई कुछ काम कर रहा है, कोई रिक्शा चला रहा है, कोई कुछ चला रहा है, बस उसी लिए हम लोग जो है ना बहुत ही ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम में आ रहे हैं.
Chikankari workers demand that the government, in partnership with private sector, must encourage integrated enterprise development by providing services such as local centers for skill training, vocational training and entrepreneurship development.
सरकार को इस इंडस्ट्री के लिए जो है, जैसे जो हथकरघा के कारीगर होते हैं, इनको सब्सिडी वगैरह देनी चाहिए, इनको जो काम करने के लिए इनको जो जगह देनी चाहिए और कम रियायती उसमें रेटों में जो है इनको जगह मुहैया कराए, जिससे कि ये लोग वहाँ पे जो काम कर सकें.
Chikankari also enjoys the coveted geographical index status, although its distinction has not been able to elevate the status of its artisans.
The government must provide hand-holding support to chikankari weavers right from manufacturing, product development and export marketing. Year after year, these chikankari weavers create beautiful pieces that have takers all across the world. However, their own lives do not reflect the beauty or excellence of their craft. But they hope to carve a brighter future for their children. Reporting from Lucknow with camera person Shiv Kumar, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
And as my colleague Ravindra Singh Shiran was earlier just telling us that the once industrial city of Kanpur, also known as Asia's Manchester, has hit a rough patch. Now mills have shut down and the crop production here has hit an all-time low. Well, this elections, the residents hope that the new government will help it to get back its old lost glory.
Kanpur, the industrial hub of Uttar Pradesh, was known as Asia's Manchester about 40 years ago. It was the only city in India which produced the largest quantity of cloth. Kanpur contributed in a big way in the expanding economy of the country. Before independence, Kanpur was also an important city of the British Empire. However, the story has changed today. From 1947 to 1971, S.N. Banerjee of the Communist Party was a parliamentarian from Kanpur. He supported these mills in Kanpur during his time. But later, apathy took its toll and production slipped with each passing day. In a few years, the mills were on the verge of shutdown, rendering lakhs of people without jobs.
लेदर को तो अब भी कारोबार है. हाँ, कपड़े के मामले में एशिया का मैनचेस्टर कहा जाता था, लेकिन इन 28-30 साल में जो गवर्नमेंटें नहीं हैं, उन्होंने कानपुर में इन चाहे वो लाल इमली हो, जेके काटन हो, एल्गिन नंबर 1 हो, 2 हो, स्वदेशी हो, इनको बेहतर करने के लिए कोई काम नहीं किया है.
In comparison to 2000, only 30% business in leather and spices remain in the city. According to the figures of the Leather Council of India, Kanpur accounted for 12,000 crore rupee business of leather. Now it has shrunk to 3,200 crores. In the last 25 years, the BJP formed the government in the state once, the BSP and the SP twice. The BSP is promising that it will revive these mills.
अगर विधायक बनता हूं और जनता मुझे साथ देती है तो निश्चित तौर पर ये पुनः लेदर इंडस्ट्री नहीं, हमें लगता है औद्योगिक नगरी कानपुर को बोलते थे, सोने चिड़िया बोलते थे, वो पुनः स्वरूप मैं कानपुर दिलाने के लिए हर संघर्ष हर कोशिश करूंगा.
Kanpur has 10 assembly seats. However, all 4 political parties have got nearly equal share of seats in each elections. The BJP won the Lok Sabha seat 7 times and the Congress 15 times. But the SP and the BSP have ruled the state for the last 15 years. The people in Kanpur are hoping for a solution to their issues this time. Ravindra Singh Sharon's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And in verdict 2017, we'll take a very short break. Up next, we have all the news from poll-bound Manipur. Stay with us.
The sacred relics of Buddha were unearthed in Piprava in Uttar Pradesh. Buddhist monks from all over the world visit the National Museum to pay their respects. These charred bone fragments of Buddha are housed in the gold canopy gifted by the royal family of Thailand.
Welcome back after the break. Now, the Election Commission has assured that the ongoing economic blockade crisis will not impact the upcoming elections in Manipur. Well, this after the poll panel reviewed the situation via video conferencing with the state's election officials. 250 companies of the Central Police Forces will also be deployed during the election days. Well, remember, Manipur is facing an indefinite economic blockade imposed by the United Naga Council since November last year against the state government's decision of creating 7 new districts in the state. Well, the blockade on the 2 main highways in the landlocked state has severely hit essential commodities ahead of elections. Remember, voting for the 60-member seat are scheduled to take place on 4th and 8th of March. And staying with Manipur now, well, activist Ram Sharmila and Manipur Chief Minister Okrami Bobi Singh have filed their nominations for the Thobal Assembly seat. Well, Ram Sharmila filed her nominations on behalf of a People's Resurgence and Justice Alliance, which is making an electoral debut this time. She reached Thobal on her bicycle, covering a distance of about 20 kilometers from Imphal, flanked by her party activists. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Okrami Bobi Singh is also now eyeing for a 4th term in office after being elected successfully in 2002, 2007 and 2012. Polling for the 60-member Manipur Assembly will take place in 2 phases on 8th and 4th of March. Remember, in the last Assembly polls, the Congress had won 42 seats and Okrami Bobi Singh was re-elected as the Chief Minister of the state. And Kukis living near the India-Myanmar border are demanding proper rehabilitation in Manipur. Now, most of them have been displaced from other parts of the state, mostly those dominated by the Naga people there. Now, being far away from the state capital, Imphal, the Kukis are demanding their right to live with dignity in these assembly polls.
Howlin Phai is a Kuki-dominated Manipur village near the Myanmar border. The community is happy that their village is being included in a new district, but they're also apprehensive about the Naga movement and its demands. Even as they voice their opposition to any kind of state patronage to underground groups, the Kukis want to be treated at par with other communities, especially the Nagas.
Say when tension arises, we cannot go in there for small signature, and many problems are there. So now the new district in Tenopal, which is created recently, that for us it is very convenient. So it is our own area. We can go by day, by night, whether there is tension or not, we can approach it any time.
India is like a father figure to us, and what we want is that, like, the government of India should not give more importance to the Nagas or give lesser importance to the Kukis. That is what we want.
Our apprehension is, if central government favor Naga demands, this is our most apprehension. So, because in Manipur, we have many many Yui groups, but most Yuis, Naga Yuis, is favored by the central government. Then Kuki Yuis, well, favored by the state government.
Many Kukis came here after 1993 when they were displaced from Naga-dominated areas. Some are migrating to this day. The common complaint, however, is that Kukis still don't have amenities like ration cards or even voter ID cards.
वोटर आईडी कार्ड भी नहीं मिला अभी तक, लेकिन हम वोटर आई कार्ड के लिए और आधार कार्ड के लिए सब एडीसी ऑफिस में सबमिट कर रहा था since last year 2016 अभी तक तो नहीं मिला.
Being close to the Myanmar border, the identity of the villagers is always cause for suspicion, which is why they don't have access to even basic facilities like medicines, drinking water and education. In case of emergencies, many people are forced to make extremely risky trips to Myanmar's Tammu town on the other side of the border.
There is hospital, but there is no operation theatre, proper operation theatre. And then if we have to go to Tammu, we have lots of problem. Like at midnight, night time, we are not allowed to pass through. We have to take the pass, and when we are not, so many women pass away due to this delivery case.
The villagers are also apprehensive about local aggression from Myanmar. Myanmar residents often cross the border and claim their land in this area. But since Tamu is more developed, local Kuki residents do not want a closed border or restrictions on their travel.
Border village we have faced lots of problems, especially some across the border. Some people, they used to build houses, and they says that that's a part of our land, and they used to destroy it. Then they said that that is done by Indian side. So all this small thing with problem across the border we face.
ऐसे में क्या इंडिया और बर्मा का बॉर्डर तो हम नहीं चाहिए, ऐसे रहना दो, खुला रहना दो।
तभी तो बॉर्डर फेंसिंग तो नहीं हो रहा है ना।
हाँ, फेंसिंग नहीं चाहिए मैं।
चलिए, थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच।
बिकॉज हमारा जगह भी है और इंडिया और मन भी फेंसिंग हो रहा थे, तो क्या फेंसिंग लगाना है।
Relationships on the border are always complex, and despite being on different sides of the fence, residents form kinships due to their common ways of life. They also want peace and cooperation. Akhilesh Suman's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And a look at other election stories in Polpuri. Uttar Pradesh Minister for Religious Endowment Vijay Kumar Mishra on Thursday joined the BSP, alleging the ruling Samajwadi Party was anti-Brahmin. But Mishra had won the 2012 Assembly polls from Ghazipur seat but was denied the SP ticket this time. Mishra later submitted his resignation from Akhilesh Yadav cabinet. Ghazipur will go to polls in the last of the 7-phase elections on 8th of March. Nomination process for the last phase ended on Thursday. A man who was declared dead in revenue records has filed his nomination for UP polls to prove that he's alive. Well, Santosh Murat Singh from Varanasi was declared dead on the basis of forged documents presented by his cousins to grab land in his village. Well, Santosh wishes to be the chief minister for a day so that he could help all those who are declared dead on land and revenue records on the basis of forged papers and make them officially alive. National People's Party leader James K. Sangma on Thursday alleged that the Congress government in Manipur has failed to resolve the problems which are facing the state. Sangma said an amicable solution to the 3-month-long blockade can be brought through dialogue based on mutual understanding. He also said that an alternative route should be arranged either in terms of railways or air transport. The Election Commission on Thursday let off Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar with a light rap for his bribery remarks during the election campaigning in Goa, asking him to be more circumspect and careful in the future. The AC also rejected Parrikar's claim that the CD carrying his remarks was tampered with and that the translation of his statement from Konkani to English was faulty. Scrutiny of nomination for the 7th phase of UP elections and the 2nd phase of Manipur elections scheduled for 8th of March will begin today. Filing of nomination for the 2 phases in both the states ended on Thursday, and tomorrow is the last day for the withdrawal of nominations. Well, that's all in this edition of Verdict 2017. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.